Hi everyone, Rachel Justice here, and I am here with my good friend Diane Googins.
Hi there.
And she has been an artist for the past 6 years, and she's also taught art at the Element of Art Studio for the past two years.
Yeah.
2 years. And it's just been a blast getting to know her. And so we're going to hear her story. When did you feel the call to become an artist and serve your church with art?
So really I was doing art since I was younger.
Okay.
And I've kind of dabbled into it, knew I had like the gift to do it, and for a long while I was doing some pastels and just creating like whatever would come to mind. And then like going to church and being in a denomination, it came to a point where some of the leaders really thought that my work was not of the Lord, and they literally said to me like, oh, you know, your work is demonic, you should stop doing it. And it's funny, I just have to tell you this really like short little thing. I wasn't like drawing, you know, angels, or I wasn't drawing like anything spiritual. Like some of it was like leaves, you know, or one time I drew a gorilla, you know, and they just perceived, I guess because I would say or make comments like, this really feels like it's healing my soul, or I felt like, you know, I came from a really broken background, and I just felt like this was an avenue that was kind of opening up some healing for myself.
Okay.
And I think that in and of itself, and then looking at the art, maybe it wasn't quite biblical to them, and they just kind of, I really don't know what they were thinking, but all that to say that it really like crushed me. And then I kind of went downhill and stopped doing it altogether until 2015. And in 2015, I just felt impressed again by God, and my husband encouraged me to just go back and open that door again. And from that point on, it evolved. And I started with watercolor, and then before I knew it, I was literally exploring all the mediums. And, you know, God really just gave me something to create pieces that really were meaningful. No schooling or anything like that. I just kept preparing myself and learning on my own. I would watch videos here and there just to, you know, see if I could get like maybe a face right or whatever. And then it exploded. I started teaching it at Element of Art, and I started, you know, now I teach in a private homeschool group, and I teach the kids in the school. So have pieces all over the world. Actually, I have pieces in a lot of different places, but so that's kind of where it started. Small, you know, little detail, but
so that is interesting in the sense that you received healing from art that wasn't specifically Christian, and you were wanting to create in the context of serving your church and serving the body and the people, the Christians you were around in your community, with art that you received healing from, but it wasn't specifically, I'm going to paint the cross, or I'm going to paint this, or specifically Christian.
Right. Well, for me, Christian art was about the Creator. And so anything that I was drawing was based on His creation.
Exactly.
So trees and leaves and gorillas and dogs and whatever I can, you know, actually paint. It just was a representation of the Creator. So I just felt, why won't they, you know, embrace this? You know, but they
Truth,
didn't
beauty,
embrace
and
it. But they didn't embrace it. You know, so it was a very difficult time for me. And the healing part was that just exploring that part of myself, and it felt like I was really connecting with God. I didn't know a whole lot as a young believer. I didn't know a lot about the Word. I was just exploring this avenue because it made me feel super whole.
And you still have that passion.
Absolutely. More so now. I have it more so now. Yeah.
I believe art in the church.
Yes, I believe that the creative parts of art should be a part of the church.
Amen.
Because it's an expression of the Creator through the people who are doing it.
Yes.
And so, and there are so many people that are visually
Served.
Yes, they're served
Visually.
Yeah. There's my own son, for example. He's a visual learner. When we speak scripturally to him, he can see it if it's a picture, or he can see it if it's a video, or if someone is acting it out, or if someone is even, expressively showing him something that's biblical.
So the realness of truth is experienced at a deeper level through the arts, the story, the song.
For him it is.
Yeah.
And for my other son, Jacob, as well. I have another son, and he's the same. And that's how I learn.
Okay.
So if I see it, if I see, for example, some of the pieces that you have done, where she's at Jesus's feet and she's wiping, the tears off his feet with her hair, visually that moves me more than if I just read it in the book. And expressively, I believe that the creative part of art was never intended to be the world's, but God's.
Yes.
And the body of Christ. We're the body, so it belongs to his children, us. So I have a passion to see it in the body of Christ, because I believe it brings healing. And
have you experienced some of that healing in your own church through art?